Hey guys, this is Jamal with GospelMusicians.com, and we finally are ready for Pure Synth Platinum. We had to change the name, a little bit of trademark. It wasn't infringement, but it was close to it. So we had to change the name a little bit. We didn't want to come out and be in any conflict with it. So we had Pure Synth Platinum, and actually this new name actually is a better indicator of what this actually is. Pure Synth, just what the name is, it is pure synthesizer, pure everything. It has romplers, it has romplers, analog, FM. So this video is just to go over the main aspects of Pure Synth. All right. So Pure Synth Platinum by GospelMusicians.com. Here we go. All right. So we decided to make this structure in the form of easy to understand buttons to go through each section. All right, so let's just start here. This is going to be the boring stuff, but it's for you synth designers and people are really interested in the technical aspects of it. We're not going to do that many sound demos here. It's just going to be more of going over the features and what's involved. So this is a quick overview. It's so packed. You can download the manual at puresynth.net. So you can download the manual there. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the main template here, and we start with the oscillator page. So let's go through these pages. This oscillator, controls, effects, reverb, sequence, which includes ARP and gate, and the master section. First thing you need to know about the architecture is if you see a triangle anywhere on here, that means there's a down spot. That means there's a drop down, okay? So any place you see a triangle, there's a down spot. So let's go. So we got 4 oscillators, 1, 2, 3, 4 oscillators right here. Now check this out, guys. Each oscillator can have up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different synthesis types. Ridiculous, all right? So we got FM oscillator, which has what, 11 different routings, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 different operators, so to speak. All right, we got feedback. Let's go to noise generator. Noise generator has what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it's 13, I counted, different noise generators with other aspects here with the bandwidth and other features that are on some of them, rate. We have a sample. These are full-blown samples, guys. So this is a full-blown samples of categories of bells, brass and poly, digital, FX, guitars, instruments. Let's just go over instrument real quick here. Just giving you an instrument real quick, just so we can go over this cornet. Now let me show you something. Let me show you this. Let's go to instruments and we go over. I'm just going over the waveforms and stuff. So these are waveforms, all right? So the thing is about Pure Synth is that we give you the raw waveforms just like it was a Yamaha Motif or a Kronos or a hardware synthesizer. We structured this whole entire thing to kind of mimic your hardware synthesizer, but we added synthesis as well. All right, so you get sounds galore, waves and synth. This is all samples. And then we can go over, we got a dedicated sub oscillator, which gives you a little pulse width, just so octaves. Excuse me. We give you a super wave. This super wave is super. Right over here in this triangle, you get up to 8 different oscillators at one time. So you turn them all on. You turn them all on. Let's turn them all on. All the oscillators are on. And then we detune them by using this fine tune. We detune, we detune, we detune. This is real quick. Everything's a sine. Let's make it a saw. Let's make it a saw. All these saws. Let's saw it. I'm just going over this really quick so you understand where we're going with this amazing piece of software here. Took us a year and a half to get done. Fine. So you could hear. So it's a little too loud there. That's your mixer right there. I turned down the gain here. So So it's just a complete, and then, oh wait, and then you got the pulse width. Let's not even talk about that to spread it and make it real ridiculous. Like, this is one synthesizer with 8 different synths in one. So we're not gonna get into that. All right, so then we got a transient. This is a drum synth. All right, this is a drum / transient synth. What they used to do in the old school keyboards is they used to give you like raw waveforms, like the JD and old school 90s and late 80s synths. They gave you raw waveforms, but then they gave you like transient hits and stuff like that, so you can kind of structure what would be like an organic type of instrument. So you add this with your synth, and I'm just gonna do something real silly here. You see how it works? You have a building block here of transient stuff that you build, and I'm just choosing something. So I just combined a transient with a oscillator. Let's do a saw. So that's how that works. That's how synthesis works, okay? All right, so, and we have all of the presets from BPM right here. All right, so it's kind of ridiculous because we have like any kind of synth drum you ever wanted to ever make is right here. And these are real good stuff. And you can store your own presets here. You can copy and paste right here. You can copy entire sections. So you can say, copy that to that, copy that to 4. And it's just, oh, you can't, we don't have the drum synth on number 4 because it takes up too much space, but just showing you something. All right, wavetables. This is my favorite, my personal favorite. There's a guy out there named Adventure Kid. We got permission to use his wavetables. He has thousands upon thousands of wavetables he's collected over the years, so we got permission to use some of his wavetables in this, and the wavetables are absolutely ridiculous. For example, here's a SQ80, right? Look at that. These are all the waveforms of the SQ80. Waveforms, we got JD stuff, JP stuff, waveforms galore, crazy waveforms. So, all right, and then we go over to the control section, all right? The control section is where you control everything. We got the general, volume, fine tune, semitone. We got amp now. Here's a drop down. When you see a drop down, here's where your pitch envelope is. You can't have an urban synth and not have a pitch envelope. Let's make it real fast. Or let's watch it. Or we can make it long. And it reacts to velocity too. All right? See? It's not doing it as much now, but when I hit it harder, all right? This is so fun, man. So we got polyphonic. I like the mono porta. So yeah, that's the, then we have 2 different kinds of modes. Here it's cool. You get kind of like a delay. We have a delay, so watch. Hit, hit, hit. This is a real cool effect for like if you want to add like a percussive type of effect. It's really cool. And then we have random, which I'm hitting. It only hits on random. So it gives you a feel for like if you have like maybe acoustic guitar that has the fret noises, you can use that. Mod wheel assignments that you can assign to regular pitch, or filters, LFO1, LFO2. We got 2 filters here. We got a filter 1, which is a static filter, and it has all these different kind of filters. Look at all these filters here. All right, expander filter is Mach 5's claim to fame, and they are very warm, I must say. When I want to warm stuff up, I just kind of throw an expander filter, low pass, take it about right there. It just warms it up just a little bit. You know what I mean? Something like that. So then we have the LFOs. We got this from the Yamaha EX5. What they did is they gave you an LFO and they allowed you to control the pitch and the filter at the same time. This controls filter 2's cutoff. So, see? Now watch this. I love this LFO2. This LFO2 is a synth LFO that controls the wavetable pulse width modulation. Watch this. And we have the rise that can rise, and then delay just. There we go. All right, we're just going over this stuff really quick just to give you a feel. Now, as you control one oscillator per control, then you control the different oscillators. And we chose the name here so you could see the name as it goes through each oscillator. I know you synth programmers are chomping at your mouth is watering right now for all the capabilities. Yes, you see the potential. So let's go to effects. Look at all these different effects. As we said, wherever you see a triangle, you can click down, guys. Look at that. We have a chorus. We got the ensembler, destructor. Wait, let me turn that filter off. Let me get a different one. Let me just. All right, so let's go to effects. This effect, destructor, it kind of makes you sound like I would say ColecoVision. Remember those old ColecoVision, those old Atari games, and you wanted to make it sound like real distorted? Does a really good job of that. I like to say it makes it sound like the old school Atari games, like bit reduction. And then we have ring modulator. Look at that. I just turned a synth into like a bell. That's crazy. Robotizer. Of course, you got to have an auto wah. Different modes. We can sync it and you can go cry. All right. Analog crunch. Presets for each one. All right. Drive. Radio. Electric. Amp sims. We took all of the amp sims from the Neo-Soul keys and we put them. We put them in here. All of them. And if you want to save a preset, say you like this preset, you adjust some stuff here. I like this preset. You copy and you go to a blank preset and you say paste. I know what you're going to say. Can I change the name of this preset? No, you can't. Remember, we're still within the confines of a monolith. We're within the confines of UVI. So this is not a full-blown VST plugin standalone. We're within the confines of the UVI framework. So this is still amazing what you can do with the scripting capabilities of Mach 5. So delays are very important when it comes to a synth. We got a fat delay, we got a ping pong delay, tape delay. All right, we got that rotary speaker here, auto pan. Now we didn't add the volume and pan to the LFO because most of you who know about synths, you understand that the modulators add a lot of CPU. So to reduce CPU, why make it redundant? We already have it right here. So we already have a good tremolo. And we have a good auto pad already. All right, so this is, you're going to use this probably on every patch just to widen things up. So watch this. Let's see, more specific. But you don't have to do that with a wavetable, because you can do it right here. Look at that, I just warmed it up just like that. All right, let's go. Reverbs. Reverbs, you know about the spark verb. I've used it in all my other stuff. Spark verb is absolutely beautiful. But look what the bonus is. Anytime you see a triangle, you what? You have a drop down. This is going to be so amazing. We did it. The ASR 10 reverb. The ASR 10 reverb. This is absolutely amazing. So I got one of my friends and I said, hey, I saw that you had ASR 10, dude. Can you please try and sample the convolution reverb of the ASR 10, which is actually the DP4? And we did it. We did it. And it sounds warm. I mean, very, very warm. Very warm. All right. This is amazing. So yeah, we had to add that. We are big fans on reverbs. So this reverb is ridiculous. Then we added some VIP verbs. With these VIP verbs are more effects. So watch this, wonder drops. That's cool. So these are more specialized effects underwater. Yeah, FDSP water. This is like that the EX5 FDSP when it turned anything into water. Football field. Look at that. Good effects here, boy. Thank God for convolution reverb. So yeah. All right, ambient warmth, airspace. So yeah, a reverb can be a type of effect too, and you can adjust the decay time if it's too long. All right, so cool. Then we have the sequence part, which we call arpeggiator. Let's just throw in a presets. And then let's go to our gate. Obviously it syncs to your DAW. Now let me show you something about this gate, all right? Let's go over to the controls and let's turn on LFO2. And we know that we have the, we can modulate the pulse width modulation. Now, when you go over to the sequence, you notice there's a volume. That's what gate does, it modulates the volume. But we added something that you can actually modulate the LFO, which gives you some crazy sounds. Watch this. Actually, let me turn that delay off, make it sound better. So every time it hits this, it modulates more. Let's modulate the rate. See that? So watch, let me just adjust some of this so you can hear the potential. Hear the potential, all right? And remember, you can adjust the resolution. Let's take the resolution about right here. So you can already understand. You can already see the potential of being able to take your gate to modulate either LFO1 or LFO2. All right. Then we go to our master section, which we have an 8-band EQ presets here. We got the mastering here, which we use all the time, compressor gate, and each one of these master effects, every single thing is for all of these effects, all of these reverbs, all of these ARPs and gates, all of these controls can be per oscillator. So you can understand the crazy potential of Pure Synth. All right, so we just want to do a quick overview. You can download the manual, but this is you know what? Let me do something. Let me do something for you. All right, let me just make a real quick. What do I want to do? Let's do all right. Let's go to samples. I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm a fan of synth horns, so let's go to samples. All right, let's do waves and synths. I just want to make a fat synth. All right, here's a saw. All right. Now we go to control. Let's do polyportamento. Yeah, there we go. I'm already here. You got to always remember to go to the oscillator that you want. That's a very common mistake. I still make that. All right, it sounds good. But this color is very good for samples. We'll get into that a little later, but let's do a little detuning here. Just made it a lot fatter. All right, now I need some warmth. So I don't need to do an envelope. So we'll just use this filter right here, expander. Look at that. Look at that. That one. You understand the expander filter mimics the Oberheim expander warmth. So let's do low pass 2. Take it about right here. Let's take this octave down here. Look at that. Look at that. One simple button warms it up. Watch this. Even if you take the filter already here, it already runs through the filter, so it warms it up. But I like thick warmth. So what I like to do is this thing called analog feel. All right. And let's make it big. All right, let's listen. Now let's take the attack down. Now you know what I need to do? Let's take this detune off because it's conflicting with the detune that's already done here. All right. Woo, there we go. Now I need a more lushness. I want to make it a little more lush. Change the speed of the modulation, and I probably take this all the way up. Now, what we want to do, spark verb, and we go to my favorite, shimmer. All right, what does shimmer do? Why do you like shimmer so much? Because it does this. All right, it sounds like it's peaking a little. Let's take this down a little. All right. I want to change the warmth a little bit. Let me go to this analog. This is very warm too. There we go. All right, let's take this, let's overdo this. I want to do this shimmer here. There we go. Take this down here. Take this down here. Take that up there. That's crazy. Now I'm just messing with it. There's still some little things that I would want to do to, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I want to carve out more of that. There we go. Now what I can do in the master section is I want to knock out some of those little tight peaks there. Add a little bit of oomph there. So even though it's not analog modeling, so to speak, it's still, UV ice filters are so good that you can mimic that with some good tricks. With this analog feel and this filter here, you got some nice warmth. There we go. So there we are, guys. Pure Synth. This was a quick overview. I probably did not even touch, I probably touched maybe 15% of what this thing can do, if that, maybe 10%. It's got some crazy stuff here, guys. So I just want to give you a quick overview to show you the potential of Pure Synth Platinum by gospel musicians. The first, I won't say the first ever, but one of the first hybrid synthesizers with 8 different synthesis techniques all in one. 4 oscillators that you can stack like crazy. The potential is ridiculous. So gospel musicians coming at you with Pure Synth Platinum.